got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Coming up next.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Back to throw, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Motion man is Shakir. Allen going to throw. Shakir holds it in. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That sack courtesy of the effort of Haason Reddick. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tannehill now to throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He dumps this one off here to Hall. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Tannehill. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Tannehill. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
To throw is Tannehill.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ryan Tannehill. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Motion man is Shakir.
Allen now looks to throw.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now Allen.
Right back to Cook for another completion. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Now Allen again.
Hitting Samuel on the slant. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3.
To the air, Allen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
19 yards for James Cook. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. These two teams all tied after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
A give running right is Hall.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, right back to Hall.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 5.
Now Tannehill.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Tannehill. Open man here is Conklin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? And that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The Bills' offense back out onto the field. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together. Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Motion man is Shakir.
Allen off the play fake. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Allen.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Bass on for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now it's Tannehill. Well, this is caught by Williams.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Now Tannehill.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Good protection there on 3rd down. This is just a simple flip to his tight end outside the numbers, and he's able to haul it in and pick up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
Here's Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
And so let's start talking about all-time records because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence or maybe starts a new streak now because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Gregory Rousseau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Allen to throw it. Shakir hauls it in.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Now Allen.
And he will find his man Samuel.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On play action, Allen. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Motion man is Shakir.
To throw, it's Allen.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 16. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Justin Jefferson.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Here's Tannehill. It's Williams on the catch. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw is Tannehill.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing again is Tannehill.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Allen going to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively.
37 yards on the punt with no return.
And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's Tannehill. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36.
Hall want to give up the middle.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Second down and 6 now.
Tannehill.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Tannehill.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
That's strong running. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Give to Hall running right. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle. Second and 6.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Has his man, it's Shakir.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll try the middle with Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
To the air, Allen. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now leading his offense back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Now Tannehill.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Tannehill. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Gregory Rousseau
getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Here's Cook again.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Cook up the gut. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Samuel going to go in motion right. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's Hall again. And he'll have a Jets first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Here's Tannehill. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
They'll give to Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Off play action, Tannehill. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Mike Williams.
27 yards.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And here come the Bills.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
They run again on first down. Cook.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 6.
Throwing now is Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen.
And returns it right back to Samuel.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Jets offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9. Hall again.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Tannehill now to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A handoff for Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd down and 8. Here's a give to Hall. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 104 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to throw, Tannehill.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Able to push his way through. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down and 3.
They'll run with Allen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, Not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there, with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
I think we're both starting to run out of adjectives because this pressure has been relentless all game, but none of the prior sacks might be as impressive as the one we just saw.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Throwing, Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
Here comes 2nd down. Allen.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. To throw is Allen. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Inside of a minute to go now, 2 timeouts left, still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen.
Wide open receiver complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Now Allen.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Second and 6 coming up.
They run it again with Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass.
His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. One last throw here for Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And now out come the Bills. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's second down.
First throw of overtime for Allen.
Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's Sam Martin now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
New York set to take the field.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
The defense did its part. 3 points now. All they need is they work on 2nd down. They'll go again with Hall.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now Tannehill with his first throw in OT. And that is incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Each team's had it in overtime, so next score wins. Here's 2nd down.
Allen
has his man. It's Shakir.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they've played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they've put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. New York set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Hall again on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 146 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
He continues to be dominant running the football. I mean, keep feeding him, right?
Yeah, you should, because what he's put up already is really like a 2-game total. Give him a lot of credit, but give the rest of the offense credit as well. The big guys up front and the receivers on the perimeter, everyone's getting involved blocking people downfield.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Hall on a give up the middle.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run, 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the city will be alive tonight. The Jets have won it.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.